I want to let's talk about guy trips. Chammy, can you play the video about guy trips?
Yo, them jeans was too tight on homeboy. And he's going on a guy trip. So that's
I'm not buying that as a guy trip. Man.
Yeah. That's not the guy trip I think we're talking about.
Yeah.
Them jeans, yo, run that back again, Jamie. Them jeans look great.
She said, "Where you go with my jeans?" That's what she said.
Hold on.
She said he wearing her jeans. Yeah,
and he wearing a blouse. If I ever go on a guy trip with my shirt button open like that, y'all smack fire if I show up a car with my shirt open like that.
If you're going on a guy trip dressed like that, that's not the kind of guy trip we want to go on.
No, I don't think that's the one you need, man.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. I want to weigh in on this. Years ago, we had this debate. I was at a Super Bowl party, and we had this debate, and it was split. So this is how it started. So I had to go to St. Martin for a wedding. And I took two of my friends, two guys I know, both of them were married, right? So we're just talking about the trip. And the bride later says, well, they didn't have any business being there anyway because they didn't bring their wives. So then I was like, what's wrong with them not bringing their wives? You don't go anywhere without your wife, or you don't go anywhere without your husband. And so it became this whole Super Bowl party was divided because there was a lot of people in there, married people, that was like, your wife should not be able to go somewhere with one of her girlfriends or her group of girlfriends without me. And there was two of the guys that were adamant about it. Like, she can't go with one of her close friends from elementary school unless I'm there. And I thought that made no sense. And I was trying to figure out why. And what I get is when you're not married, you don't have a voice. They're like, you don't understand because you're not married. And so, they shut us out of it. But I mean, I just don't really get that.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
You go, Rob. Derek. Either one of you.
Go ahead, Derek. You can go.
Well, I'll tell you what, so much of, to me, in my relationship, as I understand it to be, so much of it is based on trust. You know what I'm saying? So, I would never stand in the way of my wife. I think part of the reason why I've married her, a huge reason why, was I trust her to make good decisions. You know what I mean? And that she has good people around her. I grew up, we knew each other a long time before we got married. So, I know what kind of person she is. I know the people she's around. I know what she's about. If her friends said, hey, listen, we're going to take a little trip, I want to invite you, whatever. And she just said, baby, I want to go. I'm like, you know what? Enjoy yourself, just go out and do your thing. I'll just find, I'll find something to do for myself. You know what I mean? But it ain't no thing, but, so that's just me. You know what I mean? That's just me. But I can't be in other people's relationships. I can see what they might want to, they might say, hey, I can't, keep track of my ex, or keep track of my wife, I should say, and so I don't know. I personally, I'm not with it, man. I just think you just trust the person that you're with, man, and just go on ahead, man. Just tell them to enjoy yourself. Don't be crazy. That's all. Just don't be crazy. And she should know it. So.
Yo, Derek, you talked about you letting her go, but she let you go?
Yeah, she let me go.
Okay, so it goes both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here.
So what I see, and I don't know, people that know me personally, I was previously married before this new marriage or whatever, and we have to first of all define the same guy trip. You know what I'm saying? I think me and Kelvin had this conversation before. If Kelvin had tickets to the Baltimore Ravens football game and we had to go to Baltimore to spend the night or whatever, absolutely, I can come. The thing is, from what I always notice with most women, when the guy trips get out of hand, is when you go far away for long periods of time. That's when it's going to create the problem. You know what I mean? And I also notice with women, they look at who you're going with. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Everybody got a friend that their wife don't like. You know what I'm saying? So if that homie, if that dude is going on a trip, then guess what? You're gonna have some problems. You know, like me and my wife don't do separate vacations. We never have, you know. I mean, when we were probably dating, I went and, you know, she went on vacation or whatever. We were just dating. But when we got married, you know, not like I said, an overnight trip to a game with the fellas, yeah, I'm with you all day. But to go on a 5, 8, 9, 7 day trip to like freaking Bermuda or whatever, yeah, my wife's probably gonna have a problem with that.
Yeah, and I understand that.
And it brings back, I'm gonna tell you from experience, right? And I've seen it in other relationships because, like, I've seen guys that say, "Oh, I can do what I want," and try to do that machismo thing, and then when they come back, they got hell to pay because it brings back a lot of negative energy.
Yeah.
Back to the house. Oh, you think you're gonna go and do that, and it's gonna be okay? So, you know, see, like somebody said, DR Brazil. Nope.
Man, listen, man, women say that men can cheat on the damn subway, like, and women can do the same thing too. So it's like
they don't want to give you a permission slip to do it. That's what the problem is.
Listen, we all go. Ain't no permission. Exactly. That's what I think, Derek. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna go crazy. Women want to go on a trip somewhere with their girls. I'm not sweating. I'm not the same thing back. Like, we can do dirt anyway.
Well, that was my point. That was my point. See, what happened was these guys, these two women were like, listen, we've been friends since we were in 2nd grade. We decided when we turned 40, we want to go somewhere, and they want to do the spa stuff and all these different things like that. That's what they said. And the guy was like, absolutely not. And I'm like, I don't get that. First of all, I don't know.
Where were they going, Calvin? Where were they going?
I think they want to go to Dominican Republic. You know, but they want to do a resort and all that stuff like that. But I think to Dee's point, you can go to Rockaway if you want. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not going to stop somebody. You're not going to police somebody. If you think being around somebody is going to stop them from cheating, it just doesn't happen.
No, you can't hide the hook. You can't hide the cookie, man.
You know what I'm saying? And Rod, I understand your point, Rod. Rod, you're saying, listen, I'm not going, because I wouldn't go hanging out with no dudes in a place like that either, because they know what that's about. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the fact that, to Derek's point, it's got to be some level of trust there, because if you want to police her or whatever, she could do whatever. That's the thing, you know. But I mean, it was really a big divide, and a lot of people believe like, yo, if you got married, you don't have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? But
no,
I just don't. True. Yeah, I don't agree with that, man. I just think you marry the person. You put like this: you marry her, you gotta trust her. If you're not, you married the wrong person.
I could personally, she says,
and I'm with Nikki M. I'm with Nikki M.
Yeah, join men for one reason only. That's just a fact. Yeah, I mean, certain places got a bad reputation. It's true, man. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna hide it. You're not gonna hide cookie. You know what I mean? Yeah. If it's a man, you can hide a man's cookie.
Vegas has a bad reputation.
Yeah, and then bad reputation. And the saying in Vegas is whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
Because the thing is this, like, you know, and I'm not saying I do it or anything like that. But the thing is this. The negative stigma on going away to vacation, like Kelvin said, you know, most guys that are against their wife going on vacation by themselves or whatever, they say, oh, we're going away on a spa. You can go to a spa in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go all the way there. But the thing is that when you go away to another country or island or whatever, or Vegas, there's perceptions and stigmatisms that are put on, like, okay, if I do something here, it stays here and it ain't never getting back. Now, you got to remember something, too. I used to work for the police department. I've seen dudes go on trips, and then somebody on that trip dropped a dime about that trip, and it got back home to their wives. Those are the chances you be taking, because sometimes your friends today are not your friends tomorrow. So you got to think about these things before, because like I said, I did 22 years in the police department. I've seen a lot of shit. And you know, the divorce rate in the police department is extremely high.
Yeah.
Extremely high. And a lot of it is due to adultery. You know what I'm saying? So when you say, oh, we're going on a trip with the fellas or whatever, and then when them fellas get pissed at you because over stupid shit, because you didn't pick up a job in your sector and he had to pick it up and he got stuck with an arrest and he had to go out that night or whatever. Some people are very vengeful. So I'm just throwing that out there. I've seen a lot of stuff.
I went to Dominican Republic by myself.
Okay.
And I remember
I went one time by myself too.
I remember.
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
Long time
And
ago.
I remember whenever I would tell somebody that, oh my goodness, oh, I know what you was doing.
Yeah,
This and
because it's
third.
where you went. That's why.
Right.
You know, it's where you went.
Listen,
Well, you know, it's
man,
to each his own. It's to each his own. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't doing nothing. I was just making.
Listen,
Yeah, sure,
travel.
Calvin. Sure.
I can travel anywhere. They used to call me, listen, I can travel anywhere. They used to call me 50 grand because I G'd off in all 50 states. So it don't matter. It don't have to be 50 y'all. So I'm just saying that to the brothers.